MIRIN episode 8. Before I start, I want to give a big shout out to the state of Hawaii because 2 fans that own a sticker shop in Hawaii actually printed out a bunch of Beyond the Week stickers because they said they like my work so much that they wanted to give back, and that just makes me so happy that I have fans that are really appreciating what I do, so thank you guys. Okay, now let's start the questions. The first one comes from Casper, and he says he's doing the low hilo routine. That's the routine that I made up, and on the hypertrophy days, this is a question I get a lot. On the hypertrophy days for legs, it seems like he can get the whole day done in less than an hour. What should he do about that? You should definitely just add more sets in. You should finish your workout in 60 minutes. So if you're finishing in 45 minutes, then you have an extra 15 minutes of sets that you can add in there, because the more volume the better, especially for us natural athletes. So just add more sets in, brother, and it'll make it that much better for you. Now the second question that I get is, if you could be sponsored by any supplement company like BSN, Optimum Nutrition, any of those, what would it be and why? Now if this was before I had started my own company, then I probably would have said Optimum Nutrition, just because I've been using their supplements forever and I really like their protein. But because I have my own company, I don't know if you guys knew this, I have my own company. I don't need a sponsor. In fact, I'll be sponsoring myself, and then after a good amount of time that my company has been launched, I'll be sponsoring some of you. So hopefully one day a few of you will be making a video saying the company that you want to be sponsored by the most is Beyond the Week. Now this third question I really like from Great White Fitness. He says, what is your favorite cartoon to watch? Also, he hashtags Team Beyond the Week, which is badass, and you should all be hashtagging Team Beyond the Week too. Now if we're talking about current cartoons, and as far as like adult humor goes, definitely the new South Parks make me laugh so hard and I love them. Family Guy's a close second, but South Park takes it. But if we're talking about all time, we're talking about since I was born till now, definitely, without a doubt, Samurai Jack. And tell me some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Tell me that some of you guys know what Samurai Jack is, and then that's your favorite cartoon too. Now the Wimmy Gamer asks, how many seconds should the positive and the negative portions of a lift be? Now not everyone follows these exactly, and I'll even admit that I'll give you this protocol and sometimes I won't follow it. Sometimes you'll watch a video and you'll be like, he's not doing that. But this is what you should do when you're being a good boy and you're doing it correctly. The positive part of your lift should take 1 to 2 seconds, and the negative should take a nice full 3 seconds. The slower you can let down the weight on the negative portion, the better pump you're gonna get, and the more micro trauma you're gonna cause to your muscle. You'll notice that if you use a lighter weight and you actually really follow that 3-second rule, you'll get the best pump that you've ever gotten, even though you're not using as heavy weights as you might usually use. Moody Ass says, do you stare at girls at the gym? Now I wouldn't use the word stare. Stare is a word that I'd use for like a 70-year-old man who's just sitting there and he's just checking out the ladies. He's not exercising, he's just watching. Of course, I'll look at girls just like I look at anyone else, and if they're really killing it, instead of just looking at them, I'll go up and I'll say, hey, I'm really impressed with your squat form. Or I'll be like, hey, are you training for a competition? Because you look freaking awesome. It's always good to spread that positivity instead of just staring at people, instead of just like checking them out and then having weird thoughts. Go up and be like, hey, you're really killing it. It's awesome. I just wanted to let you know. Maybe that'll boost your confidence. Maybe it'll boost their confidence. Who knows? Just be positive about it. Don't be a creepy 70-year-old man. Come on now. Now Shanger Danger says that when he does reverse cable curls, he feels like the last 20 degrees, just like I said in another video, the last 20 degrees of the movement, he cannot feel his forearms tensing anymore. It feels like the weight is just held up. Now this is because you are directly over the cables, so that when you get up to here, no longer does your forearm have to hold, because now you're just using your bones to hold the weight, right? So there's 2 ways to fix this. You can either move farther away from the pulley so that the pulley is over there, so you're never able to stop the contraction, or you can still be right above the cable pulley or the weight, and instead of coming all the way up, stop just before you feel like your forearms don't have to hold the weight anymore. This way your forearms are always tensing and always having blood in them. That way you're always getting a nice contraction and you're continuously working your forearms throughout the entire exercise. I have so many dangerous users. This next question comes from Danger Dan, and he says, why is your body so smooth? How do you keep it so smooth? Do you use trimmers or anything like that? Now this is a question I've been getting since my sophomore year in high school. People would always be like, do you wax your chest, bro? And people would always make fun of me because they're like, oh, you must not be a man because you're not hairy chested, you don't have really hairy armpits and stuff. And I was like, hey guys, you're gonna one day be really pissed that you are really hairy and that I'm not. And now people are always like, my buddy Will, for example, is always like, damn dude, I wish I didn't have such a hairy chest because I have to wax it or shave it all the time so that my chest muscles can show. Luckily for me, just my genetic predisposition is that I'm not a very hairy guy, and the hair that I do have is nice and thin and fine, so it doesn't cover up my muscles. And this is probably the best thing for me. I'm glad that I don't have a lot of hair. Yeah, I mean, it's real cool to have like a hairy chest. You look like Wolverine and stuff, but seriously, you can't see the muscle unless you shave that hair, and luckily I don't have to shave that hair. I'm smooth as a baby's butt. This next question made me laugh so hard that I wanted to put it up, even though it's not really a question. Umar writes, what if your acne is actually just your face trying to grow muscles, but it just doesn't have any muscle bellies to grow into? That's a good point, man. Maybe my face is just trying to get swole, and so it started sprouting up little muscles, but they just came out as zits, right? Yes, another awesome Ask Brian episode. I'm stoked to make these videos. Like I say every single time, I'm not gonna stop saying it. This is my favorite series to do, so please leave your questions below. They can be serious, they can be funny, they can be crazy. Who cares? I'll pick 7 to 8 of them for the next episode, and we'll make another awesome video. Tomorrow's video is going to be epic. I can't wait to see what you guys think about it. It's gonna be a little bit later than usual. It's probably gonna be uploaded about noon in California, so that'll be like 4 o'clock on the East Coast, but it's gonna be worth it. It's going to be awesome, so please tune in. If you haven't liked this video already, please like this video. If you haven't left a comment, come on, go down there, leave a comment. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. Subscribe. Thank you guys for checking out the video. Lift heavy or die MIRIN. Team Beyond the Week.